Hello everyone and welcome. This is Chloe with Cousin DIY. Today I'm going to show you how to make these cute little cloud rainbows like the ones on the wall behind me. We'll be using this natural cord. There's many colors that you can choose from, but you only need 5. Now I chose these colors. And I prepped these cords in advance. To get the kinks out of your cord, you're going to want to dip them in water. And then I use my hands to squeegee the bulk of the water off, and then follow up with a paper towel. And I like to do like 3 cords at a time, because I find that the cord gets straighter that way. And then you're just going to set your cords aside and let them dry while you make your cloud. The next step is to download this cloud template onto a piece of heavyweight paper. If you don't have a printer, you can make your own cloud shape. This is approximately 6.5 inches high by 9 inches wide. So you can always make your own cloud shape as well. And then you're going to cut it out. And the next step is trace this cloud onto a piece of plastic canvas. And to do that, I'm going to use a fine point black marker. And then I'm going to cut it out. Now I want the shiny part, not the matte side, but the shiny side of my paper facing out on the back of my cloud. So that's how I'm going to glue this together. And I'm going to use a glue gun. I'm going to start right up as close as I can get. Oops, did I have that the wrong way? I did. Okay. And then I'm just going to lift this up and keep going. That's going to give us a nice, firm, solid surface to glue our pom-poms on to make the cloud. Next, I'm going to start with my largest pom-poms, which are, oops, rolling all over the place, 1.5 inch pom-poms. And then I'm just going to glue them randomly onto my cloud. Now I'm going to move on to the 1 inch pom-poms. I'm going to start filling in. Now at this point, I'm going to move on to the 3/4 inch pom-poms to try to fill in the little spaces that you can still see through. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut the little areas of canvas that are showing through. The next step is to cut your dowel. Either cut 5 inches or 7 inches. It's a 12-inch dowel because we want to end up with 7 inches and 5 inches. I'm going to set the cloud aside for now and start attaching my cords to the 7-inch dowel. Now I want to make sure they're as even as possible, so I'm just going to try to gather all the ends evenly on one side. I'm going to use a lark's head knot to attach each group of 15 cords, to attach the middle of each group to my dowel. And so to do that, and you want to make sure that the little bump on your knot is on the same side for every group that you tie on. Now the next step is going to be to glue these on the back of your cloud, and you just want to, before you do that, you want to test where you think you want that to be glued so that it's even coming out of the bottom of your rainbow. So I'm going to, let's see, I think I'm going to, it doesn't really matter what side you glue, but if we glue this side, I think it'll rest closer to the back of the cloud. And I'm just going to put a nice heavy strip of glue all along the back side. And then give it a test and make sure it's positioned where you want it. And I'm happy with that, so I'm just going to leave that resting for a minute. The next step is going to be to glue the 5-inch length of dowel. And we don't want glue at the very end, so I'm just going to, and I'm going to roll that dowel onto that glue. Make sure it's straight. And let that dry. And the last step is to cut. Well, actually, if you wanted, you could use some hemp, one of the colors you used in the rainbow. But I'm going to use this white satin cord. And let's see. how long it is. $12, $15, $16. Okay, I'm going to start with 24 inches, and then I might make that a little shorter. So we're going to double knot this. I think I like about that much. On the top to hang it from. I'll do the same on this side. Tails. And the last step is going to be to trim the bottom of your cords. So I'm going to find my shortest cord, which is right here in the orange. And let that be my guide for the level. I'm going to cut all the cords. There, that's good for now. Thanks for joining us today. If you make your own cloud rainbow, we'd love for you to share it with us. You can do that on Instagram at #CreateWithCousin. Bye! See you next time.